and turn him to a prophet on the block, waking his people up. The scriptures got him coming out the church house. Tell your pastor how that lying ain't gonna work out. The more you hate, the more we grow, so how's it working out? 100 prophets on your block doing the work now. I used to rap about how I hate my brothers. Now I'm trying to elevate my brothers. Scriptures gotta motivate each other. If we all talk about scriptures, how we cultivate. Now I wanna elevate a brother. God talk to my people, they know what I'm saying. Soaring high over all the haters till we get the land. Came a long way from the streets, huh? I was out there trying to get it in. I said I came a long way from the block, huh? I was out there trying to be the man. I said I came a long way, I got a lot to say. I said I came a long way, gotta repent today. I said I came a long way, I got a lot to say. I said I came a long way, gotta be better today.
Long nights in the basement days, I was in the project, 16 stories, had to make a way, getting paid. Daddy wasn't in the house, so the streets raised. Another body on the ground, just another day's death.
Yeah,
we were simple as hell. Glorifying the projects if you end up in jail. Claiming sets and clicks that'll never prevail. How we the sons of God and we living in hell, come on. When you live in the curses in Deuteronomy 28 and 20, now my people broke with darkness. On the corner with the purple, I was not a servant. Relocated, 70 West Kansas City, I was educated. Assimilated, Greek fashions, I was castrated. A boy to a man, this is part of God's plan. I made it this far, I know that this is God's plan.
I came a long way from the streets, huh? I was out there trying to get it in. I said I came a long way from the block, huh? I was out there trying to be the man.
Hold up.
I said I
Came a long way, I got a lot to say. I said I came a long way, gotta repent today. I said I came a long way, I got a lot to say. I said I came a long way, gotta be better today.
I was given one life, now I'm gonna live it. Used to do wrong, now I'm thinking about repentance. God called me a God, but they called me a menace. Oh, I represent the tribes of the chosen seed. Got us on the bottom, ain't supposed to be. Forsaking God's laws, they supposed to bleed. Oh, now I was given one life, based it all on one night. I was given one life. Oh, I thank the Lord for my health and my vision. Prophesying hard in the land of the living. He called me a God, but they call me a villain. They don't wanna hear dust my shoes off, then I'm peeling. We never really put in any thought on who the realest members of the same body. Even the foot get a kick in. Pouring out that water, but they still ain't listening. I'm tripping. You substitute the Lord for weed, alcohol, and chicken. You say the woman God, but you still call them bitches. Men wearing dresses and our women still wearing breeches. Damn, here's some words from the Lamb. You would not that I rule over you? Kill him dead. A little 11, no, hold on. Hard head, same mind, should worship the same God. We facing the same odds, but you changed why? Afflicted by the same rod, last days we'll believe a lie. I was given one life, now I'm gonna live it. Used to do wrong, now I'm thinking about repentance. God called me a God, but they called me a menace. Oh, I represent the tribes of the chosen seed. Got us on the bottom, ain't supposed to be. Forsaking God's laws, they supposed to bleed. Oh, now I was given one life, based it all on one night. I was given one life. Oh,
I learned it living in the city that was godless. I was raised in bad conditions with no hope. My mama tried to guide me through, but I was lawless. First time I heard the truth, I took it for a joke. Our presence we can repent, and we can break free of the sin. I feel like I already lived, and now I'm living again. The scriptures have made me a weapon. Go hard for the life that I'm repping. I see it, I need to believe it. I put on the arm of the world to see what I'm holding on.
I was given one life, now I'm gonna live it. Used to do wrong, now I'm thinking about repentance. God called me a God, but they called me a menace. Oh.
Yo. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. Think you coming in here with your sin, don't even try me on the mission. Telling Israel to repent before your comments. Every city on the corner in your hood is where you finding us. Casting out imaginations, Christians might not like it, but we raising up our army exceedingly, we are rising up. We all about the mission, we living until the kingdom come. Destroyed for lack of knowledge, so that's what we here to give up. Blessed for the people, cause although we have no equal, we out here living so evil and comfortable living feeble. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. Think you coming in here with your sin, don't even try.
All right, where's our horns? There we go. There we go. There's the horns. All right, welcome. yeah, you got to put your headphones on there, officer. Yeah, you was chilling off of the 300 Legacy, and forgot to put your headphones on. All praise. Hey, welcome to Lions Den Radio Show.
Back
Must be 7 o'clock on Sunday.
That's right.
All right. And we pray that this is going to be another hot topic.
Oh, it's definitely going to be a hot topic.
You say definitely? All right. I like that energy Officer Anthony bringing. He said definitely. You must have peeked at the content.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at it right now, Cap. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I believe that people going to be able to relate to this. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I think you're right.
Absolutely.
I think the people are going to be able to relate to it after I turn my phone down. I always be telling y'all to mute your phones. Yeah, I ain't got mine muted. Goodness. So, hey, welcome, family, to Lions Den Radio Show. 7 o'clock on Sunday. We are back. Officer, what we going into today?
Hey, the topic for today is Monsters Among Us.
Monsters
Among Us. We need a bomb drop for that, Cap.
Monsters Among Us.
Let me try it again.
Is that like The Walking Dead or something? Or what are you talking about?
Hey, similar. So Monsters Amongst Us, like you stated earlier, is going into the children, right, that we deal with on a daily basis that terrorize our communities. But not only just them alone, you got parents, you got some adults that are monsters as well.
For sure. Yeah, them kids got to learn it somewhere, right?
Yeah, hey, absolutely. Hey, you got to think about it. When the monsters grow up, you know what I'm saying, they become adult monsters. You know what I mean? So when from the young to old, we dealing with monsters. All right, it's a new breed. We just identifying them today. Absolutely.
Okay. So
a new breed.
Yeah. All right. Since you got the mic, how was your week?
Hey man, my week was well, man. I'm trying to think of anything that happened that was crazy this week, but everything went well, man. My highlight of the week, you already know, always a Sabbath, but all praise to the Most High, man. My brothers from Legacy dropped their album this week. All praise to the Most High.
That's right. Hey, where's the cameraman? Where's the cameraman? We need
right. The Legacy.
Put the eyes on Legacy over there.
Hey, shalom, Most High. Crazy bless.
All praises.
Don't act shy now, brother.
Hey,
on the screen last night.
Hey, I appreciate you because we finally on the screen now.
Hey, that's
now. Hey, now we got to get to the next one. So now that one done, we just gotta keep going.
Hey, you gotta, but shoot, they gotta give some time first for the first one to get some songs.
Well, I just want to get it done.
We ain't heard no song. We heard one song.
I just want to get it done so that we can have it in the back, critiquing it, making sure that we perfect it, make sure it's better.
Are we gonna have more than one video for this album, or is it gonna be one?
We shooting for like 7 videos
for this album right here.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes,
so
sir.
Setting up the bar.
7
high. Yeah,
7 videos.
7.
Yes,
that's
sir.
that number of completion.
Yeah, we got a. I just got a text message from Joshua 6. we gonna collab with Joshua 6 on weekend. That's gonna be dope. So I'm really looking forward to that one right there.
Dope.
All right.
All praises.
All right, hey, Officer Daniel, it's been a while.
Yes, sir, it has.
You had some kind of hiatus or something.
He's back from behind the booth.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We might have no soundbites today.
Yeah, if the soundbites suck today, you know, it's because Officer Daniel's out here.
They kicked me out of IT, man. They kicked me out, but it's all good. Yeah. Nah, I'm still on Detroit, man. I'm still at men's conference right now. You know, so this week just went by, and I'm glad to be here. That's it.
That's not a sad story.
It's just your melancholy tone.
Right. Very laid back.
So you got to come up with that tone you had for announcements yesterday.
Right.
Come with that energy.
I can't bring that out yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, you was on fire about the food, boy.
Hey, Daniel, a hell of a promoter. He promoted the magnets, the shirts,
right,
all at a reasonable cost.
That's
reasonable cost.
I appreciate that.
Hey, all praises.
So, Officer LaHat.
Oh, my week was amazing.
He said amazing. We in captivity and he's having amazing weeks.
So let me tell you,
he dropped the album.
The album that's out. The video, we got 2 videos done. All praise to the Most High. My boss was out 2 days this week, so it was nobody looking over my shoulder.
Yeah,
I was able to get stuff done, leave a little early, and it just felt good, you know. So going into knowing that the album was going to be released, it just felt good.
Felt good to return that brother's car you stole.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That was Ray. Actually, that was Ray.
Ray.
Yeah. Back in the day. Yeah.
All praises. Officer Michael.
It was a chill week, man. It was all right. We back again from Friday night, so it was all right week. Good as it can be in captivity.
It's all right. Okay.
That's gonna get.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the best we're gonna get out of Officer Michael. But it's been a good week, man. We all, like you said, Officer LaHat, and Officer Daniel, we still off for the high, the men's conference. We got to host Fix Your Face. You know, that's dope. always a great thing. We get to get that slot. Class yesterday was just nuts, man. I don't even know what else to say. It was crazy, man. That was crazy. But we had that event, right?
Yeah, it was a good event. Yeah, that was a real good event. Try to see what we can get out of that. More people, you know, I'm talking to quite a few people out there, so we can see how that's gonna go. But like the word went out, man. Those events like that are good because you don't see no flyers on the ground. You can go out there and pass 1,000, well, not 1,000, but maybe like 500 flyers. They won't be on the ground, so they ain't that type of niggotry crowd,
right? And I did not see one flyer on the ground. So all praises to the Lord.
But it goes to show how our people just destroyed. Because for me to say that, it was still all man as a whoredom out there.
Oh, bro! Hey,
crazy.
What was that right next to the booth? Right next to us.
I don't even want to say what that booth was.
I don't know. I heard it was 10years twerking.
Hey,
yeah, there was.
But you know, that's not even newsworthy anymore. Unfortunately,
that's the norm nowadays.
Like that should.
We was teaching on that. Society's off the chain, man.
Wow. A 10-year-old twerker don't even move the needle no more. It's
normal now.
That's how destroyed we are as a people.
Wow. That's going into the topic. Like you got 10-year-olds doing that. That shows you how far we fell as a people. Right. It's crazy.
Dang. 10-year-olds. That's insane, man.
Hey, so let's go ahead and get started then. Let's pull up the first article. Let's get it going.
They gotta put the show up too. What?
Yeah. Hey, can we get the show up here on the monitor?
On the screen
there. See, Daniel, you step outside on this side, man, and now you get to see what we be talking about. Dang, RT.
Pull up the video. No, stop.
Now to an Eyewitness News exclusive. They say they are living in fear, terrorized by a group of kids that comes to their building in the Bronx night after night. And these senior citizens say it's gotten so bad, they're afraid to come out after dark. Eyewitness News reporter Lucy Yang has the story from the Morrisania section.
Look in my eyes. I have not slept.
67-year-old Miriam Cintron and her neighbors live in a state of fear. They claim large gangs of young teens have been terrorizing their apartment building in the Bronx all summer, and it's getting worse.
They came at us. They beat us. They broke that stick from that tree there to beat us with the wood. We don't have nobody.
Miriam says they broke the pole from the tree well and turned it into a weapon Saturday night as she fell victim to their violence.
They were kicking me in my side. They were kicking me on this side. They was punching me in my back, trying to get my face, but I covered.
63-year-old Nydia Carrero says a group of young girls the same night slammed her to the sidewalk, dragged her and pummeled her after she refused them entry into her building.
They wanted to hang out in the hallway and smoke pot and mess up the building. They go in there with bikes in there half the time.
This is 1294 and 1295 East 169th Street in the Morrisania section of the Bronx. Most of the tenants here are elderly. They tell me they are being swarmed, beaten, and robbed by ruthless teens who have turned their apartment building into an oasis of lawlessness and who apparently count on their
Hold on,
to spare
pause.
them.
Did you hear what they say? An oasis of lawlessness.
Hell no.
You know, like anything goes over here.
Wow.
Hey, tell the people what you told me about 30 minutes ago when we was talking about this. You said
that's common in New York. That's this is normal activity in New York City, Philly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's been like that for years.
Yeah.
For years since I was a kid. So
since that go back to the Central Park 5, man.
Right.
At the time that went down Central Park 5, it was a normal thing. We used to call it wilding.
Right.
I remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah,
we used to call it wilding. But I'm gonna keep it real. We wasn't doing it to old people though, bro.
Right.
They wasn't going on. I said we there. I was putting myself right in that shit. They wasn't doing it to old people like that, man.
Damn.
Yet alone their own people. It got done to a lot of tourists. But I know right around Morris Avenue, man. I used to be right in those areas. That's insane, bro. I mean, I know you might as well get the scriptures already. The wild bulls in the net. Minstrels women bringing about monsters.
Right.
That's crazy what they doing to them. Imagine being that age and having to deal with that in your 60s.
But you know what's crazy about what you just said, that was normal even back in the time of the Central Park 5. So then that would make it easier for your brothers to get caught up in something like that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that story that went down, that's why they got blamed like that, because that was going on in Central Park, and they just happened to get caught up in that situation, but it was a normal thing for them to do that.
Yeah.
But this is like right in the neighborhood. This is in the buildings, beating down old people. Nah, that wasn't going down like that.
Hey, you know what's crazy about that though? Like in the places that we used to stay in before we moved to the places where we in now, rough neighborhood. But when we first got there,
you mean over there where one of my cars got stolen?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Hey, that's the proof of what I'm about to go into right now. Monsters, man. But yeah, literally, like when we first moved in there, right in our stair, like you guys, the 2 apartments upstairs, you got 2 downstairs. We live downstairs, and on the staircase, you have a gang of kids just sitting there smoking weed the whole time. And I noticed that the other neighbors that we had were older folk. So I kind of sensed that they were scared to say something to them. Like they were, they was afraid to say something, but it was time after time I literally had to tell them, man, y'all can't be over here smoking. I got a family. You know what I mean? I got a family here. Mm-hmm. Respectful. I ain't trying to, stir them up, anything like that. They was like, all right, understood. Eventually, I had to talk to them at least about 3 or 4 times because they kept coming back. Different groups kept coming back. And eventually, they went away. But it just goes to show that the older generation are afraid to even say something to them because of how kids gonna
Bro,
act.
they pulling sticks.
Yeah, they beating them and
they beating them like
it's crazy, bro.
You heard the stories. Now y'all younger, so y'all heard the stories. You know, go get that stick.
Right,
go get that switch. Now they done switched it up.
They done reversed the roles.
Right.
Wow, hey, it's crazy.
They got this. They got the switch and they beating the hell out of grandma now.
Damn,
that's crazy as hell. Go on and get Officer Michael's scripture, man.
I got it. Book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fires shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and minstrels women shall bring forth monsters.
Hey, so I mean, you know, majority of them kids is single parent, single mother household.
Yeah.
Kids that have single fathers don't act like that. Believe it or not, the fathers have more control than the mother does when it comes to a single parent household.
Mm-hmm.
The fathers have more control.
Yeah.
Yep.
A woman is not supposed to raise children alone, no matter daughter or boy, by herself. Right. That's not the way it's supposed to be.
Hey, the lady said that it was a gang of girls.
Yeah. Right.
You know, that beat her when she was trying to keep them out the building.
Wow.
You know, a lot of times them girls is worse than the boys.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Hey, get that in Isaiah 3 and 12.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, get that.
I got you. The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Now, you got to think about it. The Lord says, as for my people, because unfortunately, this is common that we see amongst our people.
Right.
You don't see stories of the Asian kids going around beating the hell out of their elders.
They're not oppressing
Or the
their
East
people.
Indian kids going around beating the hell out of their, you know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
You don't hear that. But you hear that amongst our people.
Right.
Go ahead.
As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, that which lead thee cause thee to err.
Now, you don't think this is a curse? When they try to say, well, that curses are one time, you don't think this is a curse on our people right here in 2022?
Right.
That you get, you know, there's some comments on here like, if that was my grandma,
Yeah.
you know, and the thing is that, yeah, if that was my grandma, you know, man, look here, our people crazy, man.
Damn.
Our people are crazy. Is that all of it on that article, that video?
Hey, Cap, can I add to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, can we jump to verse 2 in Isaiah chapter 3?
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 2.
Because the reason why is because it says women lead them, right?
Right.
So that means obviously there's no man there, right? There's no man presence.
Bring it out.
Read that.
The mighty man and the man of war, the judge,
right,
and the prophet, and the prudent, and the ancient.
Right. So these go back into what? The mighty man in the house, right? The man that was of some form of prestige, right? That had some guidance within the household, right? Read on.
The captain of 50, and the honorable men.
Right. The honorable man, right? Go ahead.
And the counselor, and the cunning artificer, and the eloquent orator.
Right.
And I will give the children to be their princes.
Right.
And babes shall rule over them.
Right. Read on.
And the people shall be oppressed, every one by another,
right,
and every one by his neighbor.
So it's telling you what happens when those type of men are removed from the household. When women rule over them, guess what? The Most High says now children gonna become monsters, and they gonna rule over your households now. They're gonna rule over the ancients right now, right? They're gonna rule over there's no honor amongst the old elderly, right? Because the father is out of the house that sets that guidance and that shows exactly how that role has to be played, right? Read on.
And the child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient.
Right,
read on. There it is.
And the base against the honorable.
And the base against the honorable. So guess what? That's what we're seeing right there on the screen. Back then, like what you were speaking of back in the day, we had honor for our elders. You know what I'm saying? That we don't have that no more amongst our community, bro.
I ain't hear respect your elders in
respect your elders,
in like 15 years.
Hey, it was to a point to where I even know for myself, I couldn't even walk in the house without greeting my grandmother.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? My grandfather.
Yeah.
Like you would literally get beat for that. That's disrespectful. Right. But now you don't see that nowadays.
Cap, can I get one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Leviticus 19. Give me verse 32. That's going into what you were saying, officer. Like you walk into your parents' house, you spoke to them, you greeted. Even if you walked into somebody else's house, like your friends,
Auntie,
you know, you would still speak.
Right.
And that's what's wrong with this generation. Like you see your friends doing something like that, like they one of the comments, they wouldn't do that to my grandma.
Right.
Bro, my friends back in the day, I wouldn't even allow my friends to say something. I would blast one of my friends for doing something like that.
Right.
Go ahead.
Leviticus, I got you. Where you at? Leviticus 19, verse 32.
Yeah.
Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head and honor the face of the old man.
They don't honor the old men in our generation. They don't honor the old women. They disrespectful. These monsters out here terrorizing the communities. That's what's wrong with them. They don't know God's commandments. Read.
And fear thy God.
And they don't fear the God. They don't fear the Lord thy God. So they going to continue to do this thing until we get in the streets and beat them over the head with these scriptures. You know, so.
Hey, you know, Cap, when you read the Willie Lynch, it talks about dividing the dark from the light, light skin, you know what I'm saying? And it also talks about dividing the old from the young, because they said envy is stronger, as a stronger influence than some other unity or something like that. So they forcibly, this is systematic. This is not, we deteriorated over time through oppression and not learning God's laws. So it's just a comment I'll make. I haven't bringing out no scripture.
Right. And I that scripture y'all just pulled in Leviticus, that is one of those that establishes respect, and that's what's missing.
Right.
That's what's missing today. So that's why, like, when you jump down to 3 and 12, they which lead thee cause thee to err. The lust of the so-called black and Hispanic woman to be leaders in the house has flipped the household upside down, because like Officer Michael said, they're not equipped to rule young men.
That's a prideful spirit too.
It is,
because sisters want to rule so bad and want to prove that I can be independent, strong black woman. I can do it on my own.
Right.
But knowing they not equipped to fit that role, you know what I'm saying, to lead a young man or a young woman. But they'll literally destroy their whole house to prove that point.
Right.
I can do it.
Right.
It wasn't supposed to be that way.
Essentially, they'd keep the black man out the house. They'd keep the father away from the children to prove a point.
Yep.
Hey, you know what? I want to get through these videos. I don't want to, you know, we be pulling 30 precepts. Like Officer Michael said, we didn't hit our limit. We didn't hit our limit for the first half. Nah, but
we got one.
We reached the goal. Let's go to the
let's start the show.
Yeah, let's get Sirach 3 right quick though. I just want to, because of what you said though. 3, 1, and 2.
The book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter, that ye may be safe. For the Lord hath given the father honor over the children.
He given who honor?
The father honor over the children, and hath confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons.
So the honor, that respect due, because you know where that discipline comes from. That real discipline is given to the father. Jump down to verse 11.
Verse 11. For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father.
So I want you to think about something. Look at all of like the karate movies that you've seen in your life. You know, the what do you call him? The so-called Chinese man. He's always defending the honor of who?
Of his father.
Of his father.
Yep.
That's right. But then our movies, you know, your daddy ain't ish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and we follow that model because that's what we can see consistently.
Right.
So read that again.
For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father.
The glory of the man is from the honor of his father. Go ahead.
And a mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children.
So,
that's heavy.
It's a heavy topic.
That show you how much they don't care about their children, man. That's crazy.
Right. Because they ain't never been taught properly.
Right.
You know?
And then how can you honor somebody you don't know? You don't know your heritage, you don't know where you come from. Hey, you ain't gonna, how you gonna honor that? You come from the streets.
They honor the streets. They honor this right here. Some of them was getting jumped in order to do this.
Exactly. Hey, this is going on for days.
Yeah, you can go on all day. That's the topic.
Hey, let's go to that next video, man. Let's go to that next video, man. It's crazy.
Let's start the show. hey, I was watching Patient Saints. They talk for like an hour.
Yeah.
Before
No. That's true. And that's Officer Michael's favorite show, man.
The #1 show in Israel.
But he don't want to tell you. Want to go to the next video, man. Like, y'all pulling too many scriptures.
It's like commercial break.
Let's see what we got next.
Investigation killer beats. Rap music videos about murders in Jacksonville fuel fire in the community.
Mothers of the victims are speaking out, saying the videos and lyrics have gone too far, giving specific details about the horrific crimes. ITV investigator Corley Peel is joining us live to show us how this deadly music videos, how they are really damaging families. Corley?
Well, Tarek and Stacy, many of these parents I've spoken with are murders. While they wait for justice, music videos from rival rap groups in Jacksonville have gained popularity across the country with songs glorifying their sons' murders. The music and beat are catchy. Gaining millions of views and plays on YouTube and streaming services.
Prosper got shot, Tate got shot, Desi got dropped, damn, Nate got popped.
Local rappers rising to fame with lyrics about murders of young men in Jacksonville.
Queso, and you know we smoke Lil Biggie.
The victims behind the lyrics are sons. What is it like when you see your son's name and his murder talked about in these rap songs?
It's like somebody taking an open wound or a healing wound and opening it back up and stabbing at it over and over again.
I hope and pray that, you know, the person or the persons who are rapping about, you know, that they understand that you have a mom too. And would you want your mom to feel the way the other moms feel?
JSO says the different rap groups known as ATK and KTA are rivals on the streets. ATK and KTA, those are the groups that we hear about a lot. Are they the biggest problem for Jacksonville?
They have been recently, for the most part.
In this music video,
And now I wonder what I upset, got a low, I told her drop that. FNSP one in the hand and got the kicker back.
the man in the green shirt is Kenyatta Bullard. He's known as rapper Young and Ace. He was a sole survivor in a deadly quadruple shooting at the town center in 2018. In the video, he wears an ATK chain around his neck. The lyrics reference 3 men killed in shootings.
Ooh, I smoke, baby. Ooh, I smoke, Tinky. Ooh, I smoke, Lana.
One of the victims, known as Bibby, is 16-year-old Adrian Gaynor.
He was joy. All he did was laugh and dance.
He was shot and killed in the Hilltop Village Apartments in 2019.
Nobody can do anything worse to me than killing my child.
It took 2 years for an arrest to be made. The man accused of killing him is Hakeem Robinson, known as rapper Queso.
You never play with queso. Smoke Dirk and baby to the face though.
Robinson is charged with second-degree murder. Gaynor's mother, Elizabeth Gaynor, says Robinson and other rappers continuously mocked her son's death in music videos and on social media for years.
And you know we smoke little baby.
Specifically, what has been said about your son in these songs?
I've heard anything from where he was shot. I've heard what his last words were.
Baby had a close cut, so I wasn't surprised.
Hey, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Bruh, that is. Hey, go ahead, officer. Damn.
Disrespect.
Yeah, that's hatred, man. That's some hatred, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Death worthy, man.
Yeah.
That's death worthy for the Most High, what they doing, man. Just like the brother last night, death worthy. For that thing last night was crazy, bro. I'm just switching gears.
Yeah.
That was some death worthy type stuff. That's hatred. The same hatred these boys got is the same hatred that dude had for his brother at the that Bishop was talking about last night. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, and the Most High gonna get payback for all of these people that's murdering their own, you know what I'm saying? Murdering their own people like this. Right. This is because the Most High is looking at it as the tribes murdering the tribe. They're not looking at black African. He's looking at, okay, this is Judah or Benjamin or whatever tribe they are murdering the other tribe. And then when you go through the scriptures, that was always something that the Most High was against. Always. That was always a terrible thing that when that happened in the scriptures.
Right. Hey,
wow.
I'm looking for this one in Proverbs right quick, but yeah, there it is.
Hey, 321-248-6724. Y'all call in 321-248-6724 if y'all see this going on in some of y'all neighborhoods.
Man, the phone line's about to blow up, man. Who don't see it going on in their neighborhood, man?
Hey, Austin, that's the thing though. Like like how the mom was able to speak about, all the things that she know that these kids is doing. We know what's going on in our community.
Right.
Why don't we just say something? Because that stigma of snitches get stitches. And these young men is putting fear in the parents. But when are we gonna do something about it?
Oh, we got a video for that.
All praise.
We got a video for that. Hey, get Proverbs 11 and 12 and go on to queue up that next video. Oh, you was gonna bring that out, officer?
Nah, I knew where you was going. I knew where you was going. All praises. The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 12.
Yeah.
He that is void of wisdom.
He that is what?
Void of wisdom.
That's all we see. That's all we've been seeing on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Is young men void of wisdom. Go ahead.
Despiseth his neighbor.
And that's what you to keep making, the woman is reliving the death of her son over and over again. Now, my question is, unless everybody in the city is playing that music, how the hell you keep hearing it?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering too. Like, is that on the radio or something? Where's she hearing these songs at?
Hey, if you from Jacksonville, call in and tell us if you hear this on the radio. If you from dirty Duval County.
Hey.
Man, somebody call him. You gotta call him.
Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name, question, or comment? Welcome to the LIONZ Den. Shalom.
Shalom, bro.
What's your name, question, or comment?
We want to talk about that 12 tribe chart.
All right. Go on to the next call.
Shalom. Yeah, it's real. It shows what the majority of our people are at.
Hey, if you want to talk about the 12 tribes chart, then bring your butt out to camp when we out at camp so we can deal with that. Right now, we're dealing with this topic at hand. That's what happens with haters, though. I'm going to tell you what happens with haters. Haters see you doing the work, and Satan entered them, and they want to get you distracted and get you off the topic. We're professionals at this, man. You ain't gonna do that with us.
Yeah. Is the 12 tribes shot murdering people out here like this?
Exactly.
All over the world.
That's because these brothers be scared to go out there in the community and do the work. You know what I'm saying?
They scared to go against people who's not keeping the commandment and try to convince them to keep the commandments.
Right.
Y'all
I ain't seen nobody arguing about the 12 tribes chart a mile deep.
Right.
Yeah.
On 7 Mile Road in Detroit.
Right. Bring it out.
Where were they at?
That's right. But that's the thing. We go in these neighborhoods and talk to those people that be doing these shootings.
Right.
Y'all would never have the balls to do that.
Right.
Hey, Cap, that's
y'all
the crazy
stay safe behind the phone.
Right.
The crazy
and the computer.
We touching on topics like this that, you know what I'm saying, that plague our people, and you talk about 12 tribes chart.
You know why?
Come on, bro.
These the same ones that's bumping the music, sharing it on their social media page. This is a like one of the number one issues in our community, and you call with that
death and murder?
That's crazy. You're right.
Like that's crazy.
That's insane.
He agree with the murder. Like, bro, you that's a joke.
Right.
You agree with that thing.
Right.
Nah,
that's a heavy point there.
Turn the blind eye to sin. We showing sin. Well, I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about the 12 tribes chart.
Right. I want to talk about the 12 tribes chart.
People crazy.
All right, go ahead and pull that next video up, man.
Hey, Cap, I want to say something too.
Go ahead.
But like, even when you think about it, the reason why the march was so heavy, and you seen the look on our people's faces when the brothers was out there doing their thing, is because they don't have no hope. Like, even with this sister, and you see the other sisters on there, their sons got killed, and you got young men admitting to the murder in their lyrics, and they playing it, and everybody knows about it. They talking about his last words. They telling you when he was where he was shot at, all that.
Right.
But she's still like, and it's no justification. You know what I mean? It's not being, nothing is being done about it. So our people don't have no hope. So when they do see black men standing up that ain't talking about what happened to their sons and mocking them and things of that nature, it get them some hope, man.
Hey, man, you got to go back and read that
it's
Proverbs
crazy.
11 and 12 again.
Yes, sir. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 12. He that is void of wisdom despiseth his neighbor, but a man of understanding holdeth his peace.
So a man of understanding holdeth his peace. So a man that ain't got no understanding call up and ask about the 12 tribes chart. All right? And I'm going to tell you what it is. They jealous over Bishop, and they jealous when they see what has been built and accomplished, and that the Lord is dealing with us. And we the fruits of his labor and the labor of the bishops and the deacons, and they can't even come with nothing to confound us. So, you know, hey, bro, just get your pen and your pad and take notes. All right, take notes, because you know what? They'll come on Biblical Smoke and they'll get that smoke there too. You know what I'm saying? They'll come to camp. They'll get embarrassed at camp and cut up there. So, you know, that's all they can do is hide behind the phone and the
comment board.
So now that's all you get for the day. Let's go to the next video.
It started as a fight between two.
Yeah, I want to play that. Go ahead with the phone, but we definitely want to deal with that. Shalom, caller. What's your name, question, or comment?
Shalom. My name is Brother E.
Hey, why so low? Why so low, IT? Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, man, you know that song with that little BB, whatever, who I smoke, they played it. I'm from Milwaukee, man. They used to play that on the radio a couple years ago.
Really? You said you from Milwaukee?
He said they play it on the radio.
Yeah, I'm from Milwaukee.
Okay. And they play that stuff on the radio?
Yeah, they play it on the radio, man. And it kind of vexed me one day. I went to this club thing, and they had a bunch of kids in there. And I mean, it's supposed to be like a bunch of little kids and stuff, man. And they in there playing that stuff like that, man. And they got another song they had like on TikTok. I forgot the name of it. But the little dude was so, I think Sodom, spot him or something like that.
Yeah.
And they was playing that.
Spot him, got him.
Yep. The kids are just dancing, man. And I'm sitting up here, I'm looking at one of the parents, and I'm like, do you know, are you listening to the lyrics of this song? Have you seen the video? They're like, no, I ain't never seen the video. You should, all this stuff is demonic, and y'all got your kids in here listening to this stuff, dancing, and like it's nothing.
Right.
That's
you know the reason why it's on the radio, because we know who controls the radio.
Right.
We know who controls what's being played on there. So the white man wants this to be heard, so we can go kill each other and keep us in that same murderous spirit.
Right.
Hey, but appreciate the call, bro. I didn't know that. I didn't know they was actually playing this stuff on
That's
the radio.
crazy.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you how it makes sense. I'm gonna tell you why it makes sense now, because it's progressed to how they're saying the names, stuff like that. Because back in the day, Who Shot You was on the radio. That Biggie made.
Yeah.
He didn't say Tupac's name, but we know everybody know who they were talking. Back in the day, they would do subliminals.
Yes.
If you knew what was going on, you knew they was talking about.
Right.
Played on the radio all the time.
Right.
Now they just outright saying, okay, this dude right here, his name.
Right.
So it's just getting worse and worse and worse.
Wow.
That is one thing that's worse, because it's always been that gang back to back talking who shot who and what. It's been like that. That beef been there. But now Esau is letting it go to that next level.
Right. Dang. Actually putting the names out there, man. Wow.
Hey, appreciate you, brother. Keep watching and keep supporting us. Hey, you part of the camp up there?
I see Milwaukee.
Okay, all praises, bro. All right.
Yeah, the same thing that they do in the media. The more shocking it is the better the ratings.
Right.
So it's the same thing that they're doing with the lyrics. The more shocking the lyrics, they're trying to make it more as shocking as possible, so they can get more album sales, more spins on the radio. So.
Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name, question, or comment? Welcome to the LIONZ Radio Show.
My name is Howard.
What's going on?
I want to talk about that the topic, monsters.
Yes, sir.
And the monsters, the guys like you in them camps, they got something bad to say if somebody don't agree with what y'all say.
All right.
Hey, so you agree with our kids getting murdered, bro?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey,
brother agrees with the kids getting murdered.
Wait a minute. We the problem,
right?
But you ain't got nothing better to do,
right?
Hey,
you ain't got nothing better to do,
one thing I was gonna say before, the reason why they made it bishop is because IOICs is changing people's lives, getting people off drugs, getting people married, having families, and they mad at that.
Right.
You mean take care of our wives and our children too?
That's what we
Some
saying.
of us used to be in the club. Some of us used to smoke the weed. And, yeah, man.
You know what happened?
All right.
These brothers probably in the midst of whoremonger, fornication, all that, and the chicks they used to mess with, they starting to repent. So they get upset. They get mad.
They messing up their poo name, huh? We
They
messing
get
up
mad.
blowing up my spot.
Sisters is repenting.
Can't get no more multiple hoes, huh?
Messing with my money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you know, it's like they like that. Now I'm gonna say when you was unrepentant, but they like that girlfriend that just wouldn't go away.
Right. Just keep coming back. They're gonna call from a different number later.
Like, why you here again?
Yeah, right. Like, just go.
Amazing.
Change your number.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, so we did call you that. So anyway, let's go to the next video.
Scared to go to the street and teach the drug dealers. You're too scared to do that. You understand?
Hey, hold the calls for a minute so we can get to some of these articles. Go ahead.
It started as a fight between two girls.
From the beginning.
It started as a fight between two girls on the school bus after school on Friday. Then things got heated. At some point, one of the girls gets off the bus at a bus stop, returning, pounding on the bus door to get inside, walking away with what appears to be a gun in her hand after the driver refused to open the door for her.
I just can't picture myself sitting there with somebody approaching a bus with a gun. You should have pulled off to the bus driver. That was so irresponsible.
Crescent City Schools, the charter school operator that runs Achille, released a written statement saying Crescent City Schools and Achille Academy are horrified by this brazen act of violence that happened off school campus. The student is not at school and we are working with NOLA Public Schools regarding disciplinary action. Eyewitness News spoke with a mother of two students who ride the same bus.
When your children ride that bus, the shoulda, woulda, coulda run through your head. What if you got on the bus? You would have shot those children?
Eleanor Tabone, Eyewitness News.
Hey, that's crazy, bro.
Wow.
That's and you know,
10 years old.
I remember when I was young, we remember the worst thing might have happened is somebody get stabbed.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And then it progressed, and it's like what was that, Friday when Craig Daddy was
I was just thinking about that. Wow.
Hey, y'all gotta find that clip, man. Y'all gotta find that clip.
Live to fight another day.
Yeah.
Right.
Still, that's
the first
crazy. Nah, but what you're seeing is they just a product of the environment because everything that you see, like they said, what they pushing on the radio, the movies that they pushing out, everything is geared towards death to our people. So it's nothing to them to take another person's life. Like it was another video, a sister, I think Officer Lahad posted it, where two sisters was fighting in a grocery store. They got into an argument and they ended up going to blows. The sister that got beat, I guess she was humiliated. She ended up going to get a gun and she came back and shot the lady in the head.
Yeah.
So it's like you said, nowadays they're not used to defeat. You know what I mean? They don't know how to handle it.
And we used to always say that was the coward's way out.
Yeah, right.
That's the coward's way out.
That's crazy.
Hey, play that. Hey, and after y'all play that, look up the definition for monsters so that everybody understand why we saying that.
Craig, have you seen my shoe? What's that for? Protection. Protection? Protection from who?
Yeah, Smokey. I got to walk Smokey down to his house.
Oh, man. Your mother and I never would have moved in this neighborhood if we had known you need a gun to walk down the damn street.
You know how it is around here.
Oh, no, son, that's not the way it is. You kids today are nothing but punks.
What?
Sissified. So quick to pick up a gun. You're scared to take an ass whipping. This what makes you a man. When I was growing up, this was all the protection we needed. You win some, you lose some. But you live. You live to fight another day. And you think you're a man with that gun in your hand, don't you?
I'm a man without it.
Put the gun down. Come on, put up your dukes. Now you're a man. Your uncle picked up a gun, too. He had to find out the hard way. 22 years old. You got a choice. These all you need. All right?
Message.
Hey,
that's heavy.
Hey, I want to address something right quick. We got a comment. Don't call my hometown dirty. All right. So look, that's not IUIC calling Jacksonville dirty. I used to live in Jacksonville. Okay, just to let you know, I used to live in Jacksonville, and the Negroes at that time was proud to call it Dirty Duval. Okay?
Wow.
They was proud to call it Dirty Duval.
Right.
Just like they call it the Dirty South.
Right.
Okay? So don't take no offense over that. It is what it is.
Right.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
All right,
hometown.
sister. So anyway, let's
Jacksonville
look
was named after who?
Andrew
yeah,
Jackson.
Jackson.
So you got Andrew Jackson High School, and right,
Whose hometown is it really?
right.
The white man.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you. So I'm glad you brought that out because
own
that's
a damn
that's
thing.
how much we diminish ourselves. Get Galatians 4:26. That's how much we diminish ourselves because now we rep cities, we rep towns like this is really where we from. We was all about over here. This ain't where our forefathers from
Land of our
anyway.
captivity.
I got you. Galatians chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
Read.
For it is written, rejoice thou, burden that bearest not. Break forth and cry, thou that travailest not.
Okay, that's all I wanted. Jerusalem, which is above, is free. Now, I want you to go to Isaiah chapter 1, verse 7. Go to Isaiah chapter 1, verse 7, because we ain't repping none of these places over
one.
here. That's going to be the lake of fire.
Right.
All right, so don't get all sensitive about that. All right, it ain't your hometown, for real.
That's right.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 7.
If you on here, you so-called black and Hispanic, and you lost sheep, you are the Israelites.
That's
all right? So the whole planet belong to us.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Read that.
Your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence.
Strangers devour it in your presence. Go ahead.
And it is desolate.
And it is desolate. And wait a minute. We go to Jacksonville. Go to the hoods. Go now I got to think of some of the names of the streets. But go over on the north side.
Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
everybody got
a Martin Luther King. Lim Turner. Go on over there and Lim Turner and some of them areas over there and go on the west side and see if it ain't desolate. I remember we went to camp last summer when we went over there and went to camp and we was on that corner. I can't even remember the name of the corner. But man, it was jacked up, bruh. So people living in houses that you didn't even think they would be living in.
Stop being a damn fool.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be all sentimental about our destruction.
Right.
Hey, can I put one more?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Hebrews 11:16. Because this is part of our repentance. We are supposed to be seeking the kingdom.
Right.
And the kingdom meaning the rulership upon this earth. But we stuck on our hometown, our home city. The Jamaicans want to go back a yard or all this foolishness. Yo, we got a whole kingdom set up for us. Go ahead. Hebrews 11:16.
You want to start at 15 or are you good?
Just go to 16.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 16. But now they desire a better country.
We desire a better country because America is not our homeland. This is not our rest, according to the Bible. Our rest is at Jerusalem. Israel, that's our homeland. Come on.
That is in heavenly. Wherefore, God is not ashamed to be called their God. For he had prepared them a city.
For he had prepared them a city. So guess what? Jacksonville is dirty because what God got prepared for us is a mighty and great kingdom.
That's right.
Hey, and I'm going to tell you something else. I remember when they had the Super Bowl, because I was living there then, when they had the Super Bowl in Jacksonville, and they spent like 2 years cleaning up downtown.
Damn,
2 years? Yeah. 2 years to clean it up. Hey, man, because you had all kind of prostitution and stuff like that down there. A lot of the houses and stuff was condemned. And then what they do is
afterwards,
that's what makes
it dirty too.
Yeah, afterwards, then they gentrify it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I seen that going on. So if you live in Jacksonville and you've been there, you know what I'm speaking is true.
Hey, bro,
you know they only cleaned it up because they had the Super Bowl.
Come on, man.
Wow.
So
that's heavy.
So don't be attached to that. All right. So now let's read the definitions. Read the second and third definitions of monster.
Monster. Is that second and third?
Yeah, inhumane.
An inhumanely cruel or wicked person.
Read that again.
A inhumanely cruel or wicked person.
That's a monster.
Damn.
Go down to the next one.
Brute. A person, typically a child, who is rude or badly behaved.
Now that goes with, let's bring it out in the Apocrypha. That one goes with Second Ezra.
What, 5?
So that's why when we say the monsters among us, you know, we are really talking about the people that display these characteristics that are among us. And make no mistake about it, some of us was doing the same thing at one time. But that's what the Spirit of the Lord will do. As a matter of fact, after you read that, get that in Psalms chapter 19, man. Now they're gonna make me go on a rant with some scriptures and stuff, because we got idiots calling up about the 12 tribes chart when we bring it out. That was the first story we bought out. Kids beating the hell out of the senior citizens. You got 10, 12-year-olds want to go and settle a fight on a school bus by shooting somebody. And that's all y'all worried about is don't call my city dirty in the 12 tribes chart. They ain't paying attention to nothing that's coming out.
That is powerful niggardry at work.
It is some powerful niggardry. Go ahead and read that.
The book of Second Ezra, chapter 5, verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again. And the wild beasts shall change their places, and mistress women shall bring forth monsters.
Hey, so you know what? A mistress woman, a dirty woman, right? Ain't no dirty women in Jacksonville.
Thanks.
All right. I'm done with it now. I just had to get that.
You gotta drop a bomb on that. Gotta drop a bomb on that.
Hey, get that in Psalms 19.
Denied. Simple.
Psalms 19 and 7.
Simple nigga.
Hey, who's on the Sounds today?
I got you.
It ain't you.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
What it do?
Converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure.
What's the testimony do?
Making wise the simple.
Making wise the simple.
That's right.
Making wise the simple. One more. What's that? Jeremiah 4:22. Is that the one I want? Making wise the simple. What the Lord call us when we ain't got these commandments?
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 4 and verse 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children.
Those are simple, stupid children. That's what the Lord say about us. And you get mad at us and all we doing reading the Bible and showing y'all some videos. Come on. Read that again.
For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding.
They have what?
They have none understanding.
I thought we just read about that earlier, about them that ain't got no understanding. But that's all right. Get your pens and get your notebook and your pens out. Y'all gonna get it. All right, y'all gonna get it today. All right, let's bring that next video out.
That's right.
of shooting and killing a Tampa rapper is in jail tonight.
Hey, y'all
as
remember that? Hold on, hold on.
provide new evidence in
the Rolly bands. You remember that? Rolly bands
Where-
is like,
where I
yeah,
live
pull
at.
up. Go on and pull
Yeah,
up.
Right.
So now they caught the dude that actually was behind it.
Wow.
Well, the man accused of shooting and killing a Tampa rapper is in jail tonight. As investigators provide new evidence in court, they say links him to the murder.
10 Tampa Bay Shannon Clough brings us inside that Hillsborough County courtroom.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
My name is Damon Speed.
Are you a danger to the community or society? And I have to say yes.
Damon Speed was just released from jail in June, but he's already back behind bars. This as he's been there multiple times before.
I also do not believe that you think the laws apply to you.
About 1 month ago, on July 22nd, here at IQ Apartments in Tampa, Speed is accused of killing Ari Williams, known by his rapper name Rolly Bands.
The victim has his hands up. He shoots the victim from the car, gets out of the car while the victim is running away. He chases the victim down, shoots him multiple times, and ends up shooting him in the back of the head and through the body, just multiple gunshot wounds.
Investigators say Speed didn't act alone. Darren Day was arrested for driving the car. Both live in Fort Myers.
Premeditation can happen in a matter of minutes.
I'm tripping that, man. How long is that? 3 hours plus?
That's far. That's far.
That's at least 3 hours, 3.5 hours, man, from Tampa to Fort Myers, bro.
Wow.
Luxury apartments too, huh?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's
go ahead.
Both live in Fort Myers.
Premeditation can happen in a matter of minutes. In this instance, it happened over a course of hours and hundreds of miles that you could have changed your mind.
Inside this courtroom, we learned tax fraud links all three men. Detectives say Ari filed his sister's tax return and was going to compensate those who helped. We learned from a witness Ari and Speed were arguing. Investigators say Ari sent a text saying, "Pull up." A short time later, Ari was outside his apartment with his dog and girlfriend. That's when Day arrived with Speed and 13 rounds were fired.
The victim did have his hands up when he was shot. And then even after he went down, you continued to pursue him.
After the shooting, investigators say Speed paid Day $400. Speed's defense used a witness as their argument.
Direct witness that misidentified the shooter in this circumstance as someone that was not my client.
Shannon Clough joins us right now. Shannon,
Hey, so all of this over tax fraud.
Yeah, right.
Claiming somebody's sister's kids.
Wait a minute.
For money.
That's what the beef was over?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. They was all in it for the tax fraud.
Wow. Wow.
But hey, you heard what
Small thing, man.
You heard what the Edomite judge said. She said, "Oh, you feel like the laws don't apply to you. That is a product of Christianity, if I haven't heard it. Right?
Yep, laws done away with.
The laws are done away with. That's what I was taught. That's what my mama taught me. So that's
you
what
can't judge me.
Right, you can't judge me.
She judged me.
Hey, she did say something. She said another thing. She said that was premeditated. You had 3 hours. You could have changed your mind.
Right.
But that's the problem. Like, we just showed the last video from Friday how the father came in a room and he instructed his son, like, you don't need that gun.
Right.
But we don't have that no more in our community.
Right.
We don't know how to apply Matthew 18. We don't have that wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy how all of these things happen is because the black man is not in the house.
Right.
The woman.
Hey, let me ask you something. I'm glad you brought that up.
It's crazy.
What's more important to have in the house? The black man or the 12 tribes chart?
Your dad, your father,
right?
I mean, you gonna sit the 12 tribes chart at the table
at the dinner
for
table.
dinner at the dinner table. You, mom, and the 12 tribes chart.
Wow.
12 tribes chart drove 3 hours.
Yeah.
Gun that man down.
Yeah. You can have the 12 tribes on your dashboard, but he had 3 hours and he was like,
y'all crazy.
Go to Deuteronomy 30 and 19.
That's, man.
Deuteronomy 30 and 19.
I'm sorry, man. I hate stupidity, bro. I hate stupidity, man.
That's what we talking about right there.
And I hate when people don't see the seriousness of us bringing out this word to get our people to repent.
Right.
I mean, we all at risk. Anytime you step outside your door, you at risk of a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And we trying to elevate our people's minds from that back to being Israelites, and then you just got simple brothers amongst us, man.
Right.
Simple.
We trying to get them to do this right here.
Yeah.
You right.
See, we can all work together. Are you so freaking stupid?
I got you. I got you.
In the spirit.
Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
So we try and get people to choose life. That's what we literally out there doing, to choose life.
Right. That's right.
Even in Friday, the choice that the daddy gave, that ain't the right choice. It was to choose. Because if you still, like I went in this morning, put them dukes up, and you shouldn't be a brawler.
Right.
That's still going to lead to death. Because you know how we are, man. We're going to beat somebody to death with our bare hands.
Yeah.
Which is happening. So a lot of times, even with the movies, man, they put out a false narrative of this how you fix the problem.
Right.
Don't shoot, fight. Okay, then you get a nigga like Mike Tyson to beat your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Punch you out with one, you know what I'm saying, one punch. So we gotta choose life. We trying to get people to choose life.
Right.
Hey. And they trying to get us with the 12 tribes.
You know that movie, I think it's Menace to Society.
Yep.
When the grandfather had him on the couch.
Yeah.
And then when he walked out the house, he said, do you care whether you live or die?
Yeah. I remember that.
That's the scripture being applied. But we don't have that in our movies no more.
Right. Hey, old dog said, I don't know. And went outside the banging.
And that's
that's what he said. He said, I don't know.
He said, I don't know.
Wow.
But until you get shot 5, 6, 7 times, then you start thinking about it.
Reconsider. Nah, you know why that's heavy? You pulling some, Cap?
Nah, go ahead. Yeah, I got some.
Isaiah 32. I can wait.
No, finish your thought. Finish your thought. Because this ain't going nowhere.
Yes, sir.
Finish your thought.
Just based off of what we were saying.
I thought I was done, but I ain't done.
Isaiah 32 verse 4, kind of completing the thought of what everybody is saying is like, you had to think about what you was doing before you did it. You know what I mean? Before that act. And like you said, having a male figure there, because the way men are built, we think different from women. We think about the possibilities, you know what I mean? The end situation, right? Women, they get in their emotions and then they let that take over, right? Which blinds their judgment. But a father in the house, he will teach you exactly how to think. You know what I mean? Like, come on, son, don't. You got to think about what you're doing before you do it, right?
Consequences.
Exactly. Isaiah 32 verse 4.
Isaiah chapter 32 verse 4.
Yes, sir.
The heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge.
Hey, IT, can y'all pull up that definition of rash that I sent y'all? So it says, the heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge. So what we doing, like you said earlier, when we going out to the streets and we teaching our brothers, we're dealing with the rash. We're dealing with the brothers that have this type of mentality. It says rash, displaying or proceeding from a lack of careful consideration of the possible consequences of an action. So that's the mindset our people don't have. We don't think about the possible consequences of an action before we take part in certain things.
Look at the synonyms.
Right. Reckless, impetuous, impulsive.
Impulsive.
Right.
That's emotional.
There we go.
They don't know how to deal with emotions.
Now, but where does that come from though? When it be taught by your mother, right? When your mother is in the house and she's leading these men, right? They're going to teach them exactly how they deal with emotions. Yeah. So just like you said, impulsive, that's a form of a father not being in the household. But that's why this scripture is so heavy. Can you read it one more time?
Isaiah chapter 32 verse 4. The heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge.
Right. And that's why it's important for us to deal with these young men that have this type of mindset, is because we're going to teach them knowledge on how to think before they act. You see what I mean? And reverse the things that our brother and sisters are doing out there on the streets, man, before they ruin their whole lives, before they, get involved in these type of situations.
We're going to show them what tribe they come from on a 12 tribes chart.
Right. We can already bring that out.
That's going to fix it. That's going to fix it.
I'm going to show them because I don't, just like on Biblical Smoke, we don't want to lead the audience not knowing the true understanding when you do have somebody simple come up. But before you read that, get on Ezekiel 2. And I want you to read verse 6. 6
That's
and 7.
what we're talking about right there.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 2 and verse 6. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them.
Read that again.
And thou, son of man, Be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words. Though bears and thorns be with thee, and thou dost dwell among scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks.
At their what?
At their looks. Thou be a rebellious house.
Though they be a rebellious house. So how would you be dismayed at their looks? You got to be out there in the streets, face to face with them.
Facts.
Get chapter 3.
Hey, pull up on me.
Get chapter 3. Start at 7.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 3 and verse 7. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me.
You see that? So we can't get dismayed at that if they don't want to hear what we saying. Lord said they ain't hear what I'm saying. Go ahead.
For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted.
Read on.
Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads.
Button heads. Go ahead.
As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house.
They ain't ready to go out there in the streets, man. Read verse 11.
Verse 11. And go, get thee to them of the captivity.
So if you didn't know who these hard-headed people is, they the people of the captivity. That's our people. All right. So now drop that. Go to chapter 37 and start at 15.
Bring it out. Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 15. That's what you want, right?
Yep.
The word of the Lord came again to me unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah.
For who?
For Judah.
For Judah. All right. So that would be what? The southern kingdom. Go ahead.
And for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, and the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
And that's the northern kingdom. Go ahead.
And join them one unto another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand.
Go ahead.
And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee.
Now, I want y'all to hear this clearly. When the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, go ahead.
Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these?
So that means at some point somebody going to ask about it.
Right.
Go ahead.
Say unto them, thus said the Lord God.
Wait a minute. Thus say who?
Thus said the Lord God.
So who you arguing about? Who you arguing with? Like we made this up.
Right.
Come on, man. Read.
Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand.
Now read verse 20.
Verse 20. And the sticks whereon thou writest.
Wait a minute. What you going to do on those sticks?
And the sticks whereon thou writest.
Wait a minute. Ain't that writing on the 12 tribes chart?
That's right.
Break it out.
With all the tribes?
Right.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Shall be in thine hand before their eyes.
Before who?
Their eyes.
Before their eyes, so they can see it.
Right.
And we can explain to them who they are.
That's right.
That's right.
That's Bible.
All right, quit asking questions. Hey, now, I know the spirit that a lot of them come in, but I'm gonna say this: if you didn't know, now you know.
Right.
But if you don't know,
all praise to the most
script.
high.
All right.
Hey, Cal,
y'all can go back and put y'all scripts.
I got one.
It's just a point. Before you go on, it's just a point you made that was heavy. Because this how you know the Bible talking about us. Because remember, the scripture you pulled prior in Ezekiel 3 said, go to them of the captivity, right? Remember the definition that Deacon Nathan pulled about captivity, right? I can't quote it. I can't remember exactly how it was stated. But it was basically going into us being bound, but we in a mindset that we're free, right? The way we know that we those people is the example that was shown earlier, where whoever it was in the comments says, why y'all calling my hometown dirty? You know what I mean?
Right.
We going, you see all the things that's happening to us,
Yeah.
showing you that we still captive as a people, but we still think that this is our land. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And this is the land where white cops can pull over white people and be like, remember, we only kill black people.
Right. Exactly.
And you arguing about a city.
Right.
Where they'll kill you in.
I'm talking about my
And
city.
we say it's our city, but we don't police our own neighborhoods.
Right.
We ain't got our own stores.
Right.
We living out the curses, but we want to say it's ours. No, we ain't got nothing here.
I ain't seen no black faces on none of the money in none of our cities.
Nothing in that shit, Cap. Can I get scripture?
Ecclesiastes 7.
Hey, you said hell. Emmanuel said hell no, man. Next video. Bring it out, man. Bring it out.
Please.
Bring it out. We almost made it to the video, man.
You know it's going to be 4 more months before I come back on the show. Ecclesiastes 7.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7.
Yeah.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
All of the things that we going through right now, all of the things we suffer in our community, we mad about it. We upset.
Right.
And when people get on here and say things like that, that makes us upset. When you went to Ezekiel 2, it shows us how we go to the streets and deal with our people.
That's right.
We can go and face to face and deal with them people because we understand what they're going through. We upset about that thing.
We ain't doing nothing but going right back where we was raised.
Heavy.
But some,
and dealing with it's like a mirror. You dealing with the unrepentant you.
Exactly.
Damn.
So we ain't dealing with something that we ain't never.
We ain't dealing with nothing that's unfamiliar to us.
That's not
man.
thinking thick.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
Come on, man.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Can somebody help me, please?
Responded. This whole country is dirty. Can't wait for them chariots.
Right. Exactly.
She in the spirit.
But hey, you know what? Hey, get that in Hebrews 12. This how you know the whole country dirty. Who run the country?
Esau.
The earth is given in the hands of the wicked.
Dude.
Yeah. Let's read that and get that Hebrews 12, man.
Bring it out.
16.
Yep.
Dirty.
You know.
Dirty.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person
Dirty.
as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
And what it's saying, Proverbs, envy thou not the oppressor.
Right,
We trying to be
right.
just like him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
My country.
Like a dirty dog.
We talking about my city,
Right.
but it's named after Andrew Jackson.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I was saying.
Damn.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
Hey, pick the wrong statement, wrong show, man.
Even if they pull their own last name, it's going to be the name of somebody else.
Right.
Hey, you know what? That's
Your
heavy?
name is not your name.
Right. You know why that's so heavy too?
Damn.
That's the same man that Jacksonville is named after, and that's the same man whose face is on the $20 bill, ain't he? Ain't he on the $20 bill? And that's who we killing our brothers for
And
money.
decimated our people.
Yeah.
Right.
That's heavy. That's crazy.
All right. We ready to get to the next video?
article.
Man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Just coming into the newsroom, there's new developments in a child abuse investigation at a DeKalb County daycare. In just the last few hours, Clarkston police issued an arrest warrant right now for 2 of its employees. Now, we first showed you or told you about this video a couple of weeks ago. It appears to show a 3-year-old being handled roughly at the Clarkston First Baptist Daycare. This is on Church Street. A police report describes the incident as 2 adults punching and slapping the toddler. At that point, no criminal charges were filed, but now police have issued warrants for their arrest. And we're being told that both women are now charged with child cruelty.
I gotta ask a question. Does it matter what city that 3-year-old was punched by some grown people in? No. Does that really change the dynamics of the fact that the child is getting abused?
No, not at all.
What we trying to show our people is this is happening everywhere.
Right.
Matter of fact, get 1 Corinthians 10:13. Because I want to show you that these curses, we all are under these curses, all right? So-called blacks and Hispanics, we are under these curses. So what we bringing out, there's somebody watching that can relate directly to each one of these videos.
Right.
Go ahead, read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. There had no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
So these curses is common to us. So somebody then had they toddlers slapped around at daycare, right?
Right.
So somebody then been mocked when they child been killed by some idiots. You know, somebody then had then got in a fight and whoever lost, they came back trying to jump you. That's what happened when I was young.
Oh yeah.
You would look outside and the person that you beat up got like 18 of their cousins.
Hey, I already know. I know exactly what you mean.
In the hood, I fought.
Now they want to shoot you.
If I lost the fight,
if
I lost the fight, my uncle brought me back and he made me fight him again.
Right.
Most people in the hood, I fought 2 or 3 times, like for sure.
Right.
Like
you better win too. Don't come back.
Mm.
Dang. It was a disgrace if you got whooped, huh? Dang.
That's crazy. This was a Christian daycare.
This is a Christian daycare.
Oh,
now
man.
they did charge the 2 people that are working in there, but a
Right.
Christian daycare.
So they don't know how to treat the children. Can I pull one script? Titus chapter 2 and verse 3.
Yeah.
Because as the older woman supposed to be teaching the younger woman that may have to take care of children how to deal with the children, right? So there's a specific way. The Bible shows a specific way on how to do discipline, right? So read that for me.
The book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things.
Teachers of good things, come on.
That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children.
To love their children. So if they're not being taught how to love children, right? If our homes are being are degraded to the point where you're gonna take a 3-year-old child and bust him in the stomach to get some discipline out of him, that is not a sign of love. As a people, we don't. We look at even our children are being affected at a small age of how much hatred that we have for each other. So
Think. Y'all guys
we
not
gotta
thinking.
get back to the basics and learn how to love one another first.
That's hatred.
Yeah.
That's hatred.
Yeah. And I'm glad you brought that out because it shows that we have to be taught those things.
Right.
We are destroyed people, man. We are very much a destroyed people. Hey, let's jump to the next article or video, whatever we got. Hey, who pulled that one out?
Yeah, I shared that one
Okay.
This one right
Yeah,
here.
it's crazy. Let the thing ride.
Brooklyn McDonald's worker dies days after being in the neck over some
We back in New York again?
Damn.
That's normal.
That's your hometown, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't also back here.
I ain't got no hometown. I got no country,
Oh, my bad.
The cat read the scripture in my hometown about a half an hour ago.
Hey, I ain't got no hometown.
The Bronx ain't dirty, son.
Pilgrims on this earth.
That's not my hometown.
The Bronx ain't dirty. Don't call the Bronx dirty. Don't call Brooklyn dirty, son.
I don't know about that.
Hey, you still got the Timbs in your closet. You got Timbs?
I probably do.
See? That's a dead giveaway. Hey, you can play that thing.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Brooklyn McDonald's worker dies days after being in the neck over some cold fries. Let's get into it. A woman out of Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy to be exact, went on the phone, ordered McDonald's on the app. Burgers and fries, but bro, when she picked it up, the fries was cold. Told them to change them, but they lied. Tricked her and gave her the same fries. Now she's trying to figure out what's happening.
A rap video? Oh, you knew that already.
Yeah, you had to make it a little interesting.
Wow. Yeah,
switch it up a little bit.
Something to say about that. I had that video before.
That's how you know it happens all the time up there.
Right. He made it to a
I
whole
believe
song.
you now.
Rap news.
Teddy gonna go crazy with some fries too, man.
Hey, who ain't got fries? Hey, you remember what was that?
Oh man,
it was the series with Danny Glover and the white boy and Joe Pesci. Lethal Weapon. And he talked about every time you go through the drive-through, you get screwed.
Wow.
Every time.
Who ain't got cold fries?
Everybody got cold fries.
My God.
I'm seeing that more and more now.
Yeah. Dang. Cold fries get you killed.
Wow.
Dang. That's crazy.
Hey, was it, you want to hear the rest of his rap?
Oh yeah, you gotta let it ride.
Okay,
you gotta get the full story.
Okay, go ahead.
Now she's trying to figure out what's happening. Whole time employees just laughing.
What?
I guess the laugh started to damage her. And she should have called for the manager. But they straight wilding on her. Whole time she on FaceTime with her son. As he listened to her talk, blood pressure just boiling. He came up for the drama. Low doggone menace. What you say about my mama? That's when things get wilder. This McDonald's employee came across the counter. They end up fighting on one of them corners then. And all you seen was darkness. Now 2 of ours gone, listen. One to the grave, one to the system. Undoubtedly a loss. Over cold fries, a cold body in the morgue. Hitting different. Now allegedly the one that's in the system got another problem. Wait, not just cold fries, confessed to a cold case. Allegedly. But our internal issues, some indefinitely. Come with something quick. Cause over McDonald's, nah, I ain't loving it.
That's what you wanted, that last verse. Okay,
yeah. Gotta put that in
there. Hey, the fast food industry is becoming one of the high-risk jobs in America.
Right behind rappers. Right.
Rappers.
Wow.
McDonald's workers.
Hey,
are we playing that other video in the
crazy.
UK?
Which one? Oh, we played it. We can bring it back up.
No, it's all good. But we played it. But I'm just saying, it's real at McDonald's.
They went up in there 50 deep.
Right.
Still a half-done burgers off the off the grill.
But when they asking for higher wages, they asking for higher wages is
man.
for a reason, man. It's high risk.
Right.
Hey,
that's
man,
hazard pay.
That
thing is hazard pay, man.
A policeman's salary work at the fast food now.
Yeah,
pay me like a cop.
Right. Security
Wow.
at McDonald's. But nah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But one of the things I did want to point out is how it was saying he confessed to another
the cold case.
Yeah, the cold case. So
he
had a habit. Well, obviously, it said allegedly. But
I see been street cred, man.
Yeah, the reason why this kind of hit home a little bit is because I know people personally who know how their brothers are. You know what I mean? Like I've seen sisters who get in altercations with dudes on purpose, or they're not scared to back down because they're like, oh, I just called my brother. You know what I mean? And
that's wicked, bro.
Yeah. I actually seen that. You know what I mean? So just by this situation, the first thing that hit me was when it said she was arguing and she had her son on the phone the whole time.
Yeah.
Then, eventually he got to that point to where he came up and that whole thing escalated. I feel like it could have been resolved. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, even though they was mocking her or whatnot. But
you think?
When your mom is a nigga.
By having, my point. By having her son on the phone, it kind of escalated the situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like she like, come do something about it. You know what I mean? Come up here and handle this situation for me. So that's the thing that struck it about me.
Hey.
It was crazy.
Hey, he wasn't about to bring no cold fries home to his mama.
Right.
He might have been the one caught an L.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that thing is crazy, man. All that over some cold fries.
Some cold fries.
People dying over fries.
Man, just go buy you some fries, man.
Yeah. Go to Burger King.
Get you some Oritas and
Arby's.
Hey, so it went from fries to the chicken sandwich to fries. Remember they was dying over chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We can't forget that.
Yeah.
Gotta bring
What
that
is
back.
Zechariah 13
Popeyes.
man?
Yeah.
What is Zechariah 13
Damn,
this is
bro.
what it gotta be.
Dang.
This verse right here, this is what
Cracked
it is.
chicken sandwich.
Right.
Cold fries and a cracked chicken sandwich.
No, I'm not.
Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord.
All the dirty lands. Jacksonville, New York, all them dirty lands. Read.
2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
2/3 got to go, man. We see stuff like this. Hey, you just got to go, man.
Yeah.
You just got to go. And Lord will, you can repent when you in jail.
Damn.
But like Deacon Malachi said, you on last night, no matter what you do, the Most High going to put judgment on you, whether you repent or not. So,
Dang.
2/3 of these people like this got to go, man.
Drop a bomb for that.
All right. We rounding home because we ain't got too much time left. Let's get to that next video.
Time flies.
Yeah, time flies.
It'll be flying the IT.
Tonight, a break in the case of a taxi driver beaten to death by passengers who were trying to skip out on the fare. 2 men wanted in the case surrendered to police.
That's right. And this evening, police arrested a 15-year-old girl accused of being one of the attackers. Teresa Priolo has the latest from the police precinct in Far Rockaway.
With their heads bowed, 2 men accused of brutally beating and ultimately killing 52-year-old Kuchin
I just
Gima.
want to say something for my brothers here. I was not trying to get all these New York news stories.
Hey, New York, man.
New York's just a hotbed right now, man.
Dirty New York, man.
The rotten apple.
You see why I'm here, not up there.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Far Rockaway.
With their heads bowed, 2 men accused of brutally beating and ultimately killing 52-year-old Kuchin Gima are escorted out of the 101st Precinct Station House in Far Rockaway. The arrests of 20-year-olds Austin Amos and Nicholas Porter are the first but not the last in Gima's death. Late Thursday night, police also arrested a 15-year-old girl in connection with this case.
We want justice to be served, and I am happy that these guys have been identified.
Kuchin Gima was a cab driver in Far Rockaway, killed Saturday morning after dropping 5 passengers off at Beach 54th Street. The NYPD says the group didn't pay their fare and then tried to rob him. A physical altercation ensued. Surveillance video shows Gima, and at some point, he falls, hits his head on the pavement, and loses consciousness. Gima later died. Gima's widow spoke through tears Thursday, remembering her late husband.
It was everything we had. It was my children's hero.
You see that? Wait a minute, hold on. Did you hear what she said?
Yes.
She was my children's hero. Right. He was my children's hero. They wasn't looking outside the house.
Right.
Dang. Wow.
That's heavy.
That's that Isaiah 3 and 5. Yep. Go ahead.
Wow.
It was my children's
A man assaulted as he was trying to make an honest living.
They didn't think twice when they had Putin on the floor, beating him, kicking him, and ultimately killing him. So although they're kids, they need to pay for the crime that they committed.
Amos and Porter are charged with manslaughter and gang assault, among other charges. 2 of the females seen in that video are still at large. 1 has been charged with gang assault and theft of services. Sources say it's only a matter of time before the other girls.
They're gonna get them.
Yep. Hey, that go back to that rash that we was talking about earlier. You don't even, because think about what's the most you gonna get from a taxi driver? You know what I mean? Like, it ain't. Even if you do get a little bit of money, it ain't life-changing money that's gonna set you up for life. You know what I mean? Like, you got to think about that stuff, bro.
Hey,
out of the hood, Robert.
Like, come on, man.
And so much stuff is done with Cash App and PayPal now and stuff like that.
Probably ain't even getting nothing. Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, get a 2 Kings 2, man. 2 Kings 2. Show you that the Lord will repay vengeance on children.
That's right.
Because you got some of these mothers that think they children, oh, my child wouldn't do nothing like that. And yeah.
Right.
23.
2 Kings chapter 2, verse 23. And he went up from thence unto Bethel. And as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him and said unto him, Go up, thou bald head. Go up, thou bald head. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood and tear 42 children of them.
42 children got judgment. The Lord will bring judgment on children too. Right. So you best believe it. Don't be trying to make excuses for your children's behavior. Like you say in Sirach 30, conquering your child. And then that's they come up and be little monsters like this.
Yeah. Well, taxi fare. That's crazy.
Damn.
And that's crazy because I knew somebody from Tallahassee, where I'm from, that actually got involved with trying to rob a pizza man. A group of them tried to rob a pizza man. Once again,
how much you gonna get out of
What you gonna get from robbing a
$70 at the
You know what I
most.
mean? So he literally, I don't think one of them ended up shooting him I'm not sure if he died or not, but he's still in jail to this day due to being involved in that situation. You see what I'm saying? So once again, over something so small, you don't even think about the consequences, and now you in jail till you older. You know what I mean? Your whole life passing you by because of some measly $40.
Hey, watch this next video though, man. This pissed me off when I seen this video. Watch this next video. If the other ones didn't piss you off, just watch this next one.
It's crazy, man.
In Greektown is absolutely outrageous, but the fact that someone actually filmed what happened, it's causing outrage.
Furious, livid, outraged.
The young man approaching a sleeping homeless man with a 2-liter bottle of pop, then and to laugh like that.
Just to be able to treat someone like that at their lowest point in life is evil.
The video taken last Thursday in Greektown at Fort and Bobian has gone viral since it was sent to Metro Detroit News.
The first thing I want to do is give him a big hug.
It especially touched Detroiter Micaiah Keener, who's now searching for the homeless man.
We're definitely just going to cruise the streets, kind of go around and look for him. Even though they did do it with evil intent, it did have a major and viral impact. And so I'm hoping that it could be changed around for the better so that we can get him some help.
Micaiah, with a huge social media following and faith-based community behind her, is assembling the troops.
I have people that have reached out, barbers that want to give them a haircut, people that want to donate clothes, people that want to buy them a few nights at a motel room.
Detroit police are on the case too, analyzing the video.
So I just wanted y'all to see, you know, hey, get Proverbs 17:5, man. Nothing better to do, bro. Nothing better to do.
Who raised you?
Yeah, who raised you? You got that right.
Chapter 17 and verse 5. Whoso mocketh the poor, reproacheth his maker, and he that is glad at calamities shall not be unpunished.
You see that? He is not going to be unpunished. So, hey, so judgment is coming.
Yeah, can I get one, Cap?
Judgment is coming. Yeah, go ahead.
Proverbs 23 and 13. Like these, it's like the only thing you can do is beat these kids right now. Like, man, I just remember, like, I used to throw eggs at cars and stuff when I was younger. Like, fill them up with I used to do stuff. I was bad. I used to fill them up with the little plastic eggs.
What's the statute of limitations on that?
This guy. But anyway, I did crazy stuff, but I never did nothing like this right here. All right. Sound bite. But read that. Verse 13.
Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 13. Withhold not correction from the child. For if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die.
That's the correction Cat was talking about. And they getting lucky. These kids getting lucky right now because judgment ain't executed speedily. You know, some like you said, the dude who robbed the pizza man. Right. What if the pizza man had a gun on him?
Exactly.
And turned around and shot him.
Right.
What if the homeless man wasn't really sleeping? He was just there and he had a knife or something and chased one of these kids down. But because they not getting that correction, they out here at midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning doing stuff like this, trying to go viral on TikTok. Right?
Thou shalt beat him with the rod, and shalt deliver his soul from hell. My son, if thine heart be wise, my heart shall rejoice, even mine.
Right. That go back to the wisdom that Cat was talking about. Like these kids don't have the wisdom, and judgment is gonna start coming to these kids speedily.
Right.
Hey, it would have been quick judgment if that was an undercover cop. You know how they posing as a homeless person.
Yeah, I'd have messed up. He got shot.
Hey, do y'all remember now? This happened over the summer in Philly, where they had grabbed some dude. I don't remember if he's a brother or not, but anyway, threw him to the ground. But he fired. He did fire and he hit one of them and killed one of them. I don't know if y'all remember that. Yeah. But yeah, so to your point, that stuff does happen.
And then You see these kids do that, run away laughing, right? You hear them all in the background.
Yeah.
But let something happen to these kids. What the first thing the parent's gonna say?
He's a good kid.
He's a good kid. No, that's a damn monster.
Yeah.
That's what we going over. These kids is monsters.
Yep. Yep. That's exactly right.
There's powerful niggardry at work here.
Real quick, Ecclesiastes 11 verse 9. Just like what y'all saying. They doing this because they young and they youth. They feel like ain't nothing gonna happen to them. You know, they living life. But like you said, eventually that thing gonna catch up to them, man.
What Duval say? Living my best life.
Yeah, all right. Ecclesiastes 11 verse 9.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11 and verse 9. Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth.
Right. So rejoice, O young man, in your youth, right? They want to have a good time. Turn up, right? YOLO, read on.
And let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth. And walk in the ways of thine heart, and in the sight of thine eyes.
Right.
But know thou that for all these things.
But know thou for all these things, right? Go ahead.
God will bring thee into judgment.
Right. So even in your youth, you having a good old time, right? Living life. But just know that the Most High is going to bring judgment one day. You're going to have to live up to everything that you're doing.
Hey, skip the commercial because we ain't going to have time. Play that next video. Now, this is jacked up because most of us have played some Little League sport. Right? Most of us have played some Little League sport. We indoctrinated into that thing. But the Little League field ain't safe.
Damn.
I can tell you that now.
The
no more.
Isaiah Factor Uncensored starts right now. And welcome to The Factor Uncensored. One person is dead and another arrested after a deadly encounter at a Little League football game just outside of Dallas this weekend. Police in Lancaster say one of the coaches, 42-year-old Mike Hickman, was allegedly shot and killed by 39-year-old Yaqub Talib. He is the brother of former NFL star Aqib Talib, who was at the game when the shooting occurred. Now, investigators say all hell broke loose after coaches, officials, and some parents got into a fight near the end of the football game.
Hold on.
He was the ref?
That's what I thought.
But he's a coach.
He's a coach, but he was helping out because, for one, a lot of brothers don't want to be refs no more because they know how wicked these parents are, and you know they don't want to get killed. Like they've been attacked and stuff like that. But you got all kind of. Just think about anybody that's ever been involved in this. It's not just the kids on the field, but you got, a lot of us have multiple kids. So you got younger kids, older kids running around out there. Right. Multitude of parents. Most people didn't come out there expecting nothing like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They're going to watch a little game.
Who got the piece on them at the game, bruh?
Right. Just
you know what I'm saying? He ain't running no car. You gonna see he ain't running no car and get it. He was already on it.
At a football game.
At a Little League football game. Go ahead, man.
Wow.
Pack that iron at the game.
Damn.
Looks like you have to now.
Hey, what was that movie on with Jamie Foxx?
Any given Sunday?
The one we was running and he had the gun on. I was scoring his touchdown.
You're talking about what's the name, man?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Damon Wayans.
That's it.
Yeah. Had to give up there.
Hey, man, find that. Hey, you got to find that clip. You got to find that clip,
what was the name of that movie, man?
Which one?
He had the gun on him in the football game.
Yeah. He had the gun on him. Hey, if anybody remembers the name of that movie, hey, post it in the chat. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead and play that, man. While we
at
look.
the football game. I know
Near the end of the football game.
He was one of the players.
It's over, bro. No, you're wrong for that shit, bro. And then it's in respect each other. You're wrong for that, man. You're wrong for that shit.
Just just a horrible situation. You heard the gunfire there. Tonight, we gathered our panel to address this tragic situation.
Yeah, last Boy Scout.
Yeah, the last Boy Scout.
Just a tragic situation. So Judge Joe Stevens, former NFL, former NBA player, your thoughts on seeing this kind of behavior on a Little League football team, on the field where the kids are playing?
Absolutely mortified. I mean, those kids, especially his son, watched his father die. I've said it for a long time, being around Little League sports myself as an athlete, and now having a All-American golfer and my daughter who's getting ready to go to Texas A&M. I think they should ban parents from Little League sports. And I'm adamant about this, from baseball to football, basketball to golf. The only time I see mayhem at these games is when the parents get involved. By and large, the kids get along. There's a lot of camaraderie amongst kids, and really that's what it's all about, right? But I think what you have is you got a bunch of parents who
need to shut up. They ain't gonna ban all the kids who getting touched on by the coaches. Parents saying, you ain't gonna have my child up there,
right?
And I can't be up there. Hell nah, man. Ban. He look like a pedophile himself, man. Ban the parents from watching their kids play. No, the parents just got to know how to control themselves. That's it.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. Control themselves and just enjoy the game. The kid is out there just to have fun. This dude is stupid, man.
Hey, officer, and you know, a lot of the parents, them games be on Friday, Saturday afternoons. A lot of them parents out there drinking, smoking,
and gambling.
Doing their own thing. That and that's what.
Gambling is big in Little League sports, man.
Definitely.
Hey, Cap, and that's why it's amazing when they see 2,000 black and Hispanic men come together, and there's no arguing.
Hey, just say a mile deep.
No, yeah, right. A mile deep, right? In Detroit, a mile deep in Detroit,
in the hood.
And it ain't right in the hood. No drama, no fighting, no guns, none of that.
Not arguing over 12 tribe chart.
Right. So all praises, man.
Hey, tech team, man, hit me with a oh my God, man. I want to hear that. Let me hear that thing one more time, man.
That minute long.
Oh my God! did y'all find that video clip?
They got it. They got it.
All right, hold on. I want to finish this video and then I want to play that. Then we got to wrap it up.
Oh man, that thing funny as hell, man.
Hey,
go ahead and play the. Go to the 5:27 mark. No. Keep play it. Just play it. Stop there.
Probably played JV as a senior, who weren't athletes themselves, and they're living vicariously through these kids. And I mean, you're shooting that Little League game. I mean, how do emotions get that high?
Right.
I mean, we're not playing for money. You had to pay to participate in this. I mean, it's utterly ridiculous. And I hope they throw the book at Talib.
Incredible. So, Delrick Sanker, you are president of the Steers, and also you're in Fort Bend County, where, of course, Little League sports huge there. When you saw this video of a coach being gunned down at a game with parents going.
Yeah, well, it wasn't him. It was his brother that shot him, but they said he was the instigator in a lot of that.
Rash. What do they think is going to happen after that, bro? Now his whole life is ruined. He's done for life.
Right.
Over
Can somebody come look at this?
Hey, you know what that's heavy too? Because it goes back into the class you did this morning about sports. That competitive spirit we have. A lot of parents, a lot of our people don't like losing, period. So some of that could have been, the ref cheating, you know what I mean? Whatever it could have been. They kids probably lost the game. They probably felt like they was being treated unfair.
I didn't see dudes, y'all know, fighting over Madden games.
Yeah.
I didn't see dudes go to blows over Madden, bro.
Not for real. 2K.
They kill each other over that too. Because I remember we had a clip of that before.
Yeah.
I think it was out of Columbus, Ohio, where a dude killed his homeboy over Madden.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, but that's exactly what it says in the Maccabees, the glorying of the Grecians, right? We set it so high in our minds, like you know, like you say, we look at our children and say, oh man, he's gonna be the next Emmitt Smith or whatever the case may be. Damn, I'm old.
Hey, jump up to about 520 because we ain't gonna get through all of it. I just want to hear that point at 520, and then if y'all got that other clip, yeah, play it from there. 520.
Like they're going to the NFL right out of Little League.
Yeah, go back a little bit. Go back a little bit. Yeah, go back about 2 minutes. That's it right there. Go ahead.
Smith was in the spirit.
I mean, the same way you can ask the teachers there, you can ask anybody that deal with kids. It's not the easiest thing. And like the judge said, some of these parents put these pressures on these kids like they're going to the NFL right out of Little League. You know, so it's almost impossible, man. We haven't came up with the solution, and that's why I'm here, hoping I'll get some kind of suggestions to bring.
Man. That's the point. And people, and I coached in Little League for a while, you know, when my son was young, and yeah, I seen that stuff.
Yeah.
I seen, hey, Little League is wicked as hell. I'm just going to tell you for real, bro. I'm just going to tell you. Football especially is wicked.
Yeah.
Wicked. Hey, y'all got that other clip? You got a precept?
No, I was just gonna say, for some parents, that's their meal ticket out of the hood. You know what I mean? They put so much energy and money and time in their kids to try to make it to be the best next LeBron or whoever. So
we won't be around to raise our kids, but we be around for sports season.
Right.
Dang, that's my boy right there. I'll get him some cleats and this and that. You know, he gonna eat good during the season.
Right.
And then I'm ghosting. As soon as the season
good during the season. Damn.
He gonna be wearing cleats to school.
Go ahead, you got the. Go ahead, play that.
I think this is a 4-minute video though.
I just want to get to the.
That's what I'm saying. You got to go straight to the part.
Hey, go. You got to go to about the 3-minute mark, bro. Huh?
It's the first half of play. With the score, Cleveland 17.
You posted a different one.
Los Angeles.
Yeah. Hey, play the one Anathalia put in there, man, because that's what we wanted. We wanted one. We just want that point. Yeah.
You know that also happens in basketball too.
Yeah.
You know, I think was that above the rim?
Yeah.
Oh, when
they
didn't win the game.
Yep.
Birdie shot his.
Hey, go on over there and handle that.
Right. Yeah, that's what he did. Gave him the gun.
Go on over there and handle that.
Wow.
Deben estar pensando, pásale el balón a Billy Cole.
Wasn't nobody gonna stop him from getting that ball.
Wow, he can't make this up.
That's what it's almost like, man. That's what it's almost,
what Cal like. Say all the time, art imitates life.
Hey, I was just thinking that. Art imitates life.
Hey,
man.
and that show you the spirit in these sports, man. I remember when I used to play, we had coaches that would be like, "Hey, break his leg."
Yeah,
you know, like, and it's crazy. You had the star player, and it's like, I didn't feel comfortable with that. You know, I was like, I ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? So I would stand off to the side. But you got coaches that would be like, hey, go for his knee. Take him out.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that was in the NFL. I think it was the New Orleans.
The Saints, because the coach got suspended over that thing.
A hit list or something like that.
Hit list. They paid money for that.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Wow. All right. Hey, so another Lions Den episode has come to an end because we got Wisdom Cry Without coming up.
That's right.
Set It Off Sunday continues.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And we appreciate y'all for tuning in. And Lord willing, we will be back. We want to thank the IT team.
That's right.
We want to thank security. We want to thank the sisters with the food. And most of all, we want to thank you for tuning in.
That's right.
And Lord willing, we'll be back with another show next week. So with that, hey, stay in the spirit, family, and tune in to Wisdom Cry Without.
Listen to all of them. 12 name it all, but you can occupy yourself with music, definitely the word, and a lot of information, especially what's going on the earth right now. So the lineup begins tomorrow morning with Patient Saints, and it'll carry it right on to the last show, which is Wisdom Crieth Out outside of Austin.
Wake up to the Patient Saints, go ahead and grab your coffee. This truth is spreading across the globe. Our hidden histories alive with Deacon take us through them times. Painted black faces right now, you know this not Jesus Christ. Raving the wolves, we prophesying in the fire booth. Bringing more fire, word to Deacon Malachi. You the in and in the lion's den. We got the current events, Wisdom crying out at 9 o'clock. Come listen in. We gon' set it off on Sundays.